Okay. Right on. How's everybody doing?
That was a great intro.
No, thank you. What?
It was.
I don't know about the best and brightest on YouTube, but yeah.
Well, you know, I have to say that because I 100% believe that. I am extremely lucky that I met all of you guys. It's I don't know.
The feeling's mutual, man.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly good at picking people, but I just got extremely lucky, So thank you.
That's very,
And
very sweet.
get ready to cringe because I have this whole little intro. So I was gonna say, what's up everybody? We've got Nos, the retro indie boss. We've got Ken,
Yes.
Roroni homie, and we've got Gamer, and yours was Gamer from Gamer Geek. Chris Redfield makes her week. I think that was what I was gonna say.
Oh,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But I mean,
nice.
Yeah.
Mine's more Leon makes me weak, but
oh,
yeah.
nice. I'll definitely remember that. That's hilarious. But how's everybody doing? How was everybody's week? I guess.
Good.
Right on. Okay.
Oh man.
Here, we're ready. I have to remember Roroni homie. That was awesome.
Yes, that was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah. No, I like that, man. That was good. We got to come up with something for you next time, then.
Right on. Okay. Freaking anything extreme happened? I didn't catch your new episode yet, kid, on your
Oh, I beat
podcast.
Twilight Princess. Oh,
That's
you
awesome.
met my podcast. Yeah, I beat Twilight Princess, which was really exciting on Twitch.
Yeah.
I've been playing it since January, so it's like part of me is like, I did it, it's over, and the other part of me is like, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that I
yeah.
can, like,
I know exactly
when
what you mean.
play a game for a long time, but it was really fun. And yeah, my podcast is fine. I have an anime podcast with my twin brother.
Mhm.
And
That's awesome.
we hang, so
Yeah.
anime double play.
Right on.
Right on.
I love that.
Shameless plug.
I understand what you're saying though about the Zelda games. That's
Yeah,
There's
it's
that
hard
and
to.
that and Horizon.
I stream once a week, so I can only play it like 4 hours a week.
Mm.
So I
Yeah.
mess up all the pacing in all the games I play. So everyone's like, "What'd you think of the game?" And I'm like, "Oh, I liked it, but I didn't really play it like fully because I only played it a short amount of time once a week because I
Mhm.
only really play it on stream.
Yeah.
So I just kind of I forget things, and then plot points come back, and I don't because I played it 8 weeks ago when it should have been 10 hours ago. So
yeah.
I like the streaming, but there are certain games where I feel like I give them disjustice
Yes.
because I'm not playing them properly.
Oh yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it.
I'm
I
right
get
there with
it.
you. Yeah. It's hard because you really want to play off stream, but you want to share that with the people that
Yeah, and there are so many times where I've tried to grind off stream and I've accidentally walked into a plot point, and I'm like, well,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oops.
Funny you mentioned that. I just did that with the game I would just finish playing, and I fortunately had the presence of mind to get OBS recording this part because I'm like, I want to show this to people in case they want to see the ending of this game. And Fox showed up yesterday, so he got to see
Yeah.
both or the multiple endings for Biomorph, which
A lot of fun.
yeah, it's one of those games like what you're describing with Twilight Princess, where it's like this game has me. I'm immersed. So when it's over, I am both happy and incredibly sad because the experience is done.
Yeah.
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 I totally get that.
And Gamer, your new video. Sorry.
Yeah. That's why I try it. I don't actually live stream just because I would be doing that as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I record them all. But I've been done with Resident Evil 2 for quite some time.
Mhm.
I've already gotten done with Resident Evil 3 as well. So it's the editing that I've got to get done, and plus, I've been obsessed with Fallout 76 the past 3 weeks, and I don't have my ADHD medicine, so I'm struggling to pay attention to things.
Right on.
I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, what was I just editing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about something. I wonder if a lot more people are playing Fallout 76 in part because of the show and also because
Sure.
you can nuke Phil Spencer's camp.
I was just about
I wonder
to
if-
ask.
I wonder if that's driving people back to the game, if that's increasing player count.
What a transition.
I'm telling you,
know.
when I get on, I'm looking for that camp.
That's awesome.
Just because I want to be part of it.
Well, right on. Before we do get into the dumpster fire that is Xbox right now, and I hate to use such pointed words, but I mean, with the way that they've been acting lately, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to give them any benefit of the doubt, because that it's just,
they appear completely rudderless.
yes, but we will get there. I wanted to ask you guys a few questions, and we talked about this a little bit behind the scenes. So we know that Lord of the Rings is coming out with a new movie. Nas, he pointed out that Peter Jackson isn't going to be directing, and they're looking for Gollum in this one. So fans of Lord of the Rings, are you excited for this new movie and their possible trilogy?
No.
I don't know about trilogy. I mean, I think they could get a one shot with it.
Yeah.
Gollum's a character that, I mean, he plays it so well, and the voice, and I think that's why they're trying with the movie, because he's such a popular character. But they already messed up the game.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I was like, no one. But that didn't have anything to do with Gollum, though. It was the game itself. It was bad. It's kind of like the King Kong game they came out with. But
it does have something to do with it, though. It does, because you're damaging the brand.
I mean, yeah.
We talked a little bit about it yesterday with Warner Brothers and the Suicide Squad game, about it damaging the brand, and that does have an effect. You can't really measure it, but yeah, Lord of the Rings Gollum was a dumpster fire of a game.
It was bad. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was. So, I mean, just because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, I will probably watch it. I'm probably not going to the theater to watch it.
Right on. That's fair.
But I'll probably
brand.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm probably not going to be interested in it.
Okay.
Because I don't have any reason to be. I'm tired of remakes. I'm tired of reboots. I'm tired of sequels that happen well after the fact that don't exist for any other reason than to just make money. Because really, you're telling a paragraph's worth of story and you want to turn it into one movie, let alone 3? Get out of here with that. Come on, we don't see what you're doing.
It's like, how do we feel about the Mufasa movie that's coming out? The live action.
I don't.
They need to learn when to let a franchise die. I feel the same thing with like Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Like,
oh god.
Oh man, that is just too much content. Like, please free me from this hellscape. You know? So like the live action Disney's same thing. It's just like the movie happened and it was good, and it's over.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think because Aladdin made some money. Aladdin made the cross, I think, the $1 billion mark. And then
I actually didn't like Aladdin.
I didn't watch it. I didn't have any reason to watch it.
It was okay. The way they recreated the songs were fine. They're entertaining. I listened to the Robin Williams, Friend Like Me, and then I'll listen to Will Smith. It's not even close to being as good, but it's entertaining,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan of it either, so. But yeah.
You just look at it and you say, well, why do I need to watch a retelling of a story that I already love with a chance that they're going to, with a slim chance they're going to make it better, but a much larger chance that it's going to be worse? Why would I do that? Why would I spend my time and, more importantly, my money on that?
Yes.
Yeah, they can really screw things up. Like Ken said, you got to learn when to let it go. And I feel like Disney lately is like,
the Frozen remake?
Let's
Come on, you
milk
just
it. Yeah.
Don't give them
let's
any
milk
ideas.
it for all it's worth.
There's another Frozen movie coming out. Isn't it Frozen 3 or something?
Yeah,
they're
there's
making
and
Toy
Moana
Story
2.
5.
Yes.
Yep.
They should have ended it with 3. It was the perfect 3 movies. They came out
was
with
amazing.
4 was entertaining. Again, it was entertaining. Didn't need it. Absolutely didn't need it. Oh god.
It was entertaining because of Forky, but there was no point other than that.
I thought the dummies were like, they were
Trash.
scary, It was like a hint of horror in there. Maybe I'm just afraid of dummies. I don't know.
No, man, they scared
I'll think
me.
about that.
I was like, no, thank you. But Forky and the carnival stuffed animals had me rolling. But they could have just done like short films for that, you know.
They were doing that for a long time. They've got this dinosaur one that I watched with my son. He absolutely loved it. I love it too. It's like, just do that. You know, goodness.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Why not? I mean, we know that a part of the reason why they don't want to experiment with anything new is because they're scared.
Yes.
Because it's risky.
Yep.
Creating a new IP. So why not just do shorts?
Yeah, I know.
Why not just do a short film? Just a proof of concept. If people like it, they like the characters, they like the story, then commission it for something larger. Do what do what ABC, NBC, CBS used to do with pilots. Just do it in movie form.
Yeah, they still they have the entire season already out before the pilot can get really looked at, and it's like, oh, maybe I like this. It's like, you know, you could watch the pilot, not like it, but they still have the whole season there. It's like, well, just like Avatar, you know, if they would have done a pilot for that, I would have been like, it's just not my bag, you know. But they put the whole season on. I wonder how it's doing. I imagine it's not doing well because I can't see anybody online praising it. But I've seen a lot of people critiquing it, you know.
I've heard nothing about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It got renewed for 2. They're doing the whole thing. It got 2 more seasons.
Right.
So it can't be doing that bad. I didn't watch it.
Well, you never know because you don't know how many years this was contracted for initially. I mean, to put it in perspective, Velma has a season 2.
Right. Yeah.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't.
If it's any show that shouldn't have gotten even the season 1, it's that. They should have started
Velma
with
shouldn't
the pilot.
It shouldn't have had an episode 2, let alone a season 2.
That pilot would have let everyone know exactly what they're getting into. And I was a huge fan of Scooby-Doo back in the day because Toonami, you know, they had the old cartoons, you know, freaking Thundercats, He-Man, all that good stuff. It was amazing. I grew up in the best childhood. But with Scooby-Doo, it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And do you remember when they started coming out with those Scooby-Doo movies, like the cartoon ones? I remember the one where it was based in Louisiana.
Spider Chase. Oh, there's plenty. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Love the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah, they're great.
We own pretty much all of them. So.
Right on. But I forget the one where they turn into cats, right? Like humanoid cats.
Yes.
And they're sucking people's essence out. That right there, beautiful. And then Velma comes out, and it's like, well, there goes that. There goes my childhood. I love it. I love what they're doing with it. It's amazing.
You just activated a part of my brain that has not been pinged to in a very long time. Do animated movies.
I love it.
Whoa.
I love that you use like the technical terms like pinged. That's so great.
Is the signal still getting there? Yes.
I know. No, I don't have the bandwidth for that.
Right on. Oh my goodness. I guess I'll hit one more. Okay, two more.
Two.
Happy about Stellar Blade. It's sold out in Japan apparently. That's great. It's a great game. Shift Up, great studio. Keep doing great things. And with the Helldivers 2, there was rumors that they were gonna have a cape about the what happened with the PSN debacle and everything like that. And they came out with a Warbound pack. I didn't see the cape in it, but this cape was absolutely cool. It was so amazing. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. But how do we feel about basically? Yeah.
The cape is basically just the rating score on Steam, which is all those blue bars that have gone below and or is it red? I can't remember. But I thought, that's great. That's sending a message. Oh, that was a nice touch.
Yeah. And it was all Arrowhead's idea too. Like, I could have sworn I saw them ask online. It's like, how many people want to see this? Would love this Warbound cape and everything like that. And apparently 75% of people said yes. And I can't find that tweet, and I can't find the actual cape. Here,
that's just awesome. I love that gamers are able to have that power to like make change. But if sometimes they don't do it enough.
Yes. You know,
if we would do that with everything, like we would have more control over the gaming industry.
yeah,
Mhm.
You know,
And you know what? We do deserve a seat at the table. We are the paying customer.
100%.
And I
do.
agree with you
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. I mean, I would love to see this sort of camaraderie exist
Yes.
beyond console, beyond PC. Everybody that's a gamer, we're all on the same team. What happens
Yes.
to one group of people will happen to another. If
Mhm.
if microtransactions are introduced in one gaming space, it's going to come into another because these jerks all watch what each other is doing.
Yeah,
They see, oh, this guy's
Exactly.
trying this greedy strategy. Let's see if we can work it into ours because these people don't seem to mind all that much.
I know.
Yeah,
Goodness
that's exactly
gracious.
it. If we could band together against microtransactions, that
Mhm.
would be fantastic.
Microtransactions, live
Mhm.
service,
Yes.
Yes.
Live service
physical
are-
media.
Yeah. And the push for live services, I get where these companies are coming from. They want more money to, fund the projects. The way that I look at it, the more money you can get in, the more smaller projects you can, where you can have your devs, experiment and create and things like that. So I'm not necessarily against it. It's just the way that they're going about it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely a right way to do that, but they absolutely pack it to bursting with microtransactions and things like that.
Well, I think you said a
Yes.
while ago, Fox,
Mhm.
and this kind of sticks in my head. The line must always go up.
Yeah.
The arrow has to point up at all
Mhm.
times. So there's always this pressure to squeeze as much money out of a game as you can.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no reflecting on how much their production costs are. It's like, no, keep making $300 million games. Just charge more.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, I don't
reevaluate
know.
that at all. No, the process is good. The customer is wrong.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's that Principal Skinner
That's
meme.
it.
Yeah. Is it me or the kids?
it's-
No, it's definitely
But-
the kids.
It's the
But then
customers
you-
that are wrong.
Yeah. But then you look at those sales at the $70 price tag and
Mhm.
above, and then they'll put it on sale, and suddenly the the money skyrockets, and the units sold skyrocket, but yet they're just like, no, we're still gonna try.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're not cheating. You're not. Oh no, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That
Yeah.
that deal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I guess whatever. Do you guys want to see the cape or no?
If you found it, yeah.
I did find it.
Yeah, sure.
All
All
right.
right, show me.
I'll see the finalized version of it.
So we've got this one. I think this is so super
Oh,
freaking
okay.
cool,
That's
I
cool.
like that. That's awesome.
especially with the
think that's
bombs
funny.
going down. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, love it. And then this one shows their recovery. I actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, that didn't help at all.
Huh.
But this one actually has the recovery on there, and I thought
Mhm.
that was, dude. They big ups to Shift Up. That's
Yes.
Mm,
or I mean Arrowhead. Sorry, but big ups to
Yes.
Arrowhead. They're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're making all of us proud by keeping us all in mind. Appreciate
Oh
you,
yeah,
Arrowhead.
absolutely. The more you
Um,
take care of gamers, the more that we're there for you.
100%.
More gamers will take care of you. Yeah.
Mhm. Thanks. So shall we get to the main course? I don't even think I saved it actually.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Speaking of Scooby Doo.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, on top of everything, Redfall won't be getting the promised DLC that they had planned to come out with it. What's funny is I think just like was it Hi-Fi Rush? They were pitching a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush and shut them down. Redfall, they were in the middle of doing their DLC, I want to say, shut them down. It's like it feels like it was just snap decisions. It was like, oh yeah, boss, I'm gonna work on this DLC for Redfall you told me to work on. Oh, don't worry about that, you're fired. Don't worry.
I know. It seems like that's just an industry thing nowadays.
Yeah, and so there are a bunch of angles to take, particularly with Xbox. The whole industry, they bought up with no wherewithal about when we'll get to go back outside, which is absolutely brain dead. It's absolutely stupid to think that we wouldn't ever go back outside. You're absolutely insane for thinking that. So they bought up these studios thinking that we're all going to stay inside and play their games, and staffed up and everything like that. And when it's like, oh yeah, sunshine, I forgot, I really like that. And we started going back outside. They had these staff on payroll. Just like, oh God, what did we do? It's like, now we got to get rid of everyone that we just hired on. So that's one thing. The production costs for these games are ridiculous. Before we even looked into Spider-Man 2 to find out how much that game was, I had no idea that these budgets were that much. $300 million for Spider-Man 2, crazy, absolutely crazy. No wonder their margins are so low. You know what I mean?
Does that factor in marketing as well? Because I know for like movies, when you talk about the cost of a movie, it doesn't include the marketing cost.
Right. You have to double it for the marketing. So
I don't think it includes the marketing costs.
That's a really good question, because they're looking at possibly double that.
Oh yeah.
Which is insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
and I want to say,
it's great.
Yeah. And then on top of that, the bad decisions with the games that they're making. They know that people don't like live services. Like with WB is a great example. Suicide Squad was roundly rejected by customers and critics alike. Everyone hated that game. WB said, okay, let's make
He hated that game too.
Yeah, apparently.
He hated
He's
that
piping
game.
up. He's like,
my dogs are on it. They're like, cute. Here we go.
But with knowing that Suicide Squad was not a people rejected that game, Hogwarts Legacy 2 is rumored to be a live service game. So, I don't know who, well, I mean, we do know the top executives are making these decisions. I think it's time for a change at the top. I don't think that, someone like Phil Spencer or Ryan, he was the CEO over at PlayStation, I can't remember. He's retired now, but he was making like $30 million with everything included. Bobby Kotick just got like a $300 million payout. It's like, why are you paying these people this much? I think more than anything, it kind of revealed their absolute ineptitude when it comes to running these studios. The pandemic did a great job of revealing a ton of stuff, and that was one of them. So,
as far as their ineptitude goes, from our point of view as gamers, yes, there's a lot of ineptitude. But as far as investors are concerned and seeing those numbers going up, I'm not thinking about the product that they're releasing. I'm thinking about the dividends that I get as a result of it.
Right.
So we're not necessarily looking at this from the same point of view as the people that are deciding to keep these executives in place, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's only when something big happens, like something is roundly rejected and it makes the bloody news, that some of these investors start asking questions.
Yes.
Why are people complaining about this product? Why are the numbers suddenly going down? Why is the arrow pointing downwards? It should be pointing upwards.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're exactly right about that, because it's all about the money and making themselves money, making their investors money.
Oh yeah.
And while I get that, like, it's really unfortunate because we see a lot of things going downhill. Like Hogwarts Legacy, it was like a dream come true for like anybody that was sucked into the Harry Potter world. Like I've read all the books, I've seen all the movies, I've played the games, and when I booted up Hogwarts Legacy, it was just like, I'm in this world. I get to be this person, and watching it go live service is probably just gonna ruin the experience. It'd be cool to have like some sort of multiplayer aspect, but I think they should still be able to have the game as it is. WB being like, oh well, Suicide Squad sucked, so we're gonna go live service for everything. Well, why didn't you pay attention to what y'all were doing? Why don't you have gamers looking into this stuff? when, before you come out with this stuff. That's another thing is they're like, well, it's a big risk and gamers might like it, gamers might not like it. Well, why don't you have Q&As with gamers? Like, why don't you have more people testing like throughout, so that it's not, you've got this whole game done, now we're testing and now we're screwed.
No, they'd much rather like to tell people, no, this is what you want, shut up and take it. What's wrong with you? Why are you such a stupid toxic gamer?
I know.
Before we were talking about the power of the voice of the gamer, like with the Helldivers 2 stuff, but as Fox is saying, like, changes from the top need to change. Like, we're not going to form a coup and like charge Xbox, like, there's certain
we'll just bomb them
in the game. Certain things even our voice cannot change, and I think all that investment stuff is one of them. So we're just kind of stuck.
Well, there's a long game to it, and we have to just vote with our wallets and avoid the inflammatory BS that's on Twitter, because that just emboldens some people, and some people will just see that people are complaining about something and they'll automatically take the opposite side, if nothing else than to just be part of that discussion. But I think there is a space where you can make money and make a good product and maintain that sort of balance. It just seems like the focus is too much on making money and not enough on making a good product. You have to have one before you have the other for some sort of sustainability. If you focus too much on one side of it, you're not going to last.
100%.
I think that's what we're seeing now.
That's absolutely correct.
And now we're all depressed.
Yeah.
Realistically, there's so many games out there. So many.
Now we're going to be like 4K trash.
So, as far as like the negatives, even Matt Booty came out whenever they shut down Hi-Fi Rush, their only Japanese studio. Matt Booty came out and said that we need smaller games. And then everyone was kind of scratching their head. It's like, you mean like the one that you just canned? Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah. Right. I know. It was a town hall. He came up. He was like, we need smaller games to win awards and things like that. And Hi-Fi Rush was a smaller game. It won awards. Yeah. And
you can't make this up.
No, absolutely not. So the higher ups, something had to change. And the question I have for investors and these big companies is, whenever you get to a point where you have enough money stashed away, you can fund all of your operations, what then? It's like your arrow is kind of flat, maybe a steady upward trajectory. What do you do then? There are not massive profits being made or anything like that. Do you divest in that company? Or do you stick around and, wait for something revolutionary to happen or something like that? That way you can see huge gains. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with a company having enough money to sustain itself, fund its projects, and just, exist in that, that space. There's nothing wrong with that,
That's something I don't understand. You mentioned, with these game studios, they couldn't, even Embracer sold off some of these studios that they didn't have the money to pay for anymore. Why? You mean to tell me Microsoft could not have found a buyer for Tango Gameworks?
Oh my gosh, Sony probably would have bought them up fast.
But they don't want to sell to a competitor like that.
Which tells me they're not interested in the gaming space. They want the money for it. They want the IP, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's a problem.
Yes.
You've now, what have you done to that IP? You've killed it. You've basically turned it into a dead end.
Yes.
And what you just said kind of leads into the conversation we had in our group chat, the other day. They wanted the IPs. That's why they spent almost 70 billion on Activision Blizzard, and there's literally been nothing done with it other than layoffs and closures.
Yes, exactly.
2,000 people off the hop from Activision.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the executives across all of these divisions are saying we don't have enough people. Like, you fired 2,000 people. You think that might be related?
No. Why would you think like that, Nos?
Yeah.
Obviously,
smart.
it's something wrong somewhere else.
Yeah, those
You know,
2,000
it couldn't
people
possibly be
those
their
2,000 people
decisions.
were all bad employees. That's
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
They're
holy crap.
officially grounded.
Oh yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah, it's absolutely silly. The time that we're in, you know, it's like no one. It's like, okay, so in the intro, I was like, you know, finding out these companies are absolutely inept at what they do. It's kind of like finding out, you know, growing up, it's like, huh, mom and dad were just kind of winging it the whole time, weren't they? You know?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh my goodness.
I always try to keep in the front of my mind whenever I'm trying to figure out why somebody does something, because every time I read one of these articles, I'm like, why would they do this? This doesn't make any sense. I always try to keep in my mind, not everybody's good at their job.
Yeah.
Some people just
Yeah.
suck at their job. They're
They
put in
get paid
positions of
hundreds of
power they don't
millions for
deserve
it.
to be,
God.
and then you see crap like this, and then it all makes sense when you think about it that way.
Mhm.
Maybe there's parts of it we don't understand, we don't realize, there's information we don't have available to us, or maybe they just suck at their job and shouldn't be in that position.
You said it,
And
last time. It's like, don't contribute malice to what's just, you know, someone
Yeah.
not knowing what they're doing.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, gamer.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I was gonna say it's absolutely true. There's so many people that just don't know what they're doing, or they're misguided in
Mhm.
what they're doing. Like, oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna focus on shareholders and shareholders alone.
Mhm.
But by doing so, I'm tanking our company.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that nobody's thinking about. There, you know, like, why do you need to own an island that the top execs get to go to, or
Yeah.
like this private jet, or
Mhm.
you know, serve 3 full meals a day for free, or
Oh yeah.
whatever perks that they're doing? But those salaries
Yeah.
at the top are stupid money,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe they just
and
want validation.
absolutely not worth it.
Yeah. What's really funny is
Yeah.
they could change out CEOs every year and they would be well off. You know,
Yeah.
the CEOs would be well off with the paycheck that they get, their salary. Absolutely nuts. It was like,
Yeah.
like 1 year I get $10 million. It's like, and it kind of it makes them not want to work as hard. And in my opinion, it's like you give someone a ton of money. Obviously, they're not going to put in as much effort. You know,
Yeah.
the more money you give them, you know, they're on an axis, more money, effort, and at some point you stop giving an F. You know, it's like I'm
Yep.
getting $20 million. You know, my family's well off. My kids are well off. You know,
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
I get fired today, it's fine. You know. So one thing
Which
for
Nintendo
sure.
CEO was it that it was Satoru Iwata
Mm-hmm.
who took a pay cut because the Wii U
Yes.
sales
Yeah.
were poor.
Yes.
And yeah, that's something you don't see at the C level is accountability.
Mhm.
Like true accountability. I mean, think about what that does to the workers below you.
Yes.
It's like, okay, this guy understands. This guy is taking a pay cut because everything did poorly. He's at the top. This is a leader. This is a true leader
Yes.
Mhm.
who is, I mean, and that's what I don't know anything about else about the guy. He may kick puppies. I don't know. But as a worker working under somebody like that, if I see that, I'm more motivated
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I see that this guy on top gives a crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Mhm.
probably saved a lot of jobs by doing so.
100%. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
which with that, for me, you've got my loyalty because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and if these other people would stop and take a look at Nintendo every once in a while,
Yeah. I know.
they could learn a lot. You
Well, don't be a stingy. You don't have to DMCA everyone. You know.
Well,
True.
that's the only complaint
They
I
go-
have about Nintendo.
they go.
Really.
They go a little hard in the paint with that. But go ahead, Nas. I'm sorry.
They really do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But other than that, great IPs, great games. You know, they've got it figured out over there. We never,
Mhm.
I mean, ever so often, you know, you might hear an article here, article there, but for the most part, they are just putting along, not causing any problems, selling their great
Mhm.
games. You know, Nintendo, I gotta say, man, you guys are doing a great job. Sony, shame on you. And
Yeah.
Xbox, shame on you. Goodness
Yes.
gracious.
Xbox.
Yeah, that
Woof.
broke my heart because I held Phil Spencer in high regard because I felt like he was, before anything else, a gamer. So he wanted
Yeah.
to make good games. That whole facade is gone. I don't think that he believes in. Well, I don't think he. How can I say this? He's not the man I thought he was. I'll just say it like that. He's just not the man I thought he was, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And it could be that his hands are tied, but just he should have fought more because it was
Oh yeah. All
it's
the
kind of
top
like you're a
execs.
poser all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ken?
the through line from last week's episode and this week's episode is definitely greed, as we said
wait,
last
Bob,
time.
greed.
Just like
Gamer had it. What was it? Greed and stupidity or something like that. I think you said last time,
Mhm.
and I think I said
Yeah.
something just about just scummy behavior.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a through line.
Yes.
Anytime we're talking about big game studios, that's never far from a discussion.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Disappointing.
just
Yeah.
get back to making good games, and the rest will follow.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that
Oh,
anybody
whoops! I almost forgot.
is still around that knows how to do that.
Oh,
They can
Yeah.
pull it off. It's just a number of factors. They overhired and overspent during the pandemic, and I'll always come back to that because that is exactly where it all went wrong.
Well, it was the stupidest thing ever. Like
Mhm.
you can't tell me that this is a sustainable model
right? No,
and you
Yeah.
thought it was a good idea. Like, okay, so
Mhm.
capitalize on what you've got, but don't be stupid about it.
yeah. Oh yeah,
And back to Ken. Greed.
yeah.
Greed.
Yeah.
There's a
The
meme
bummer.
out there somewhere with SpongeBob in that. Greed.
If
Oh,
not, we're
yeah.
gonna make it. It's
Yes.
happening today.
I do
I'll
have
get
a
out
meme
my
maker
I'll
on
get out
phone.
my iPad.
Right on.
Me and my Apple Pen will be all over that.
Right on. Freaking okay. So we know where it started. We know where they are now. They're in a firing, they were overhiring, now they're overfiring. And now with Xbox, they are closing studios. They said they wouldn't close. They said they would nurture and grow. So, we've got all the negatives. Do we have any because we have the brightest minds on YouTube here right now. So what do we have as far as how to fix this? How do we do this?
Well, first of all, continue to bomb Phil Spencer's camp in Fallout 76 because it's priceless.
Always
Yes.
great.
Form a coup.
Yes,
Form a
I think-
coup.
I think that's
Recharge the headquarters. Like
Form
That's
a
right.
mob, a pitchfork.
yeah. So you
Will
get
be bombed.
online and you find all the Microsoft execs that are playing an online game, and you just gang up on them. And they will listen.
I have a $1 billion idea.
Mm.
Okay.
I have a $1 billion idea on what Microsoft can do.
Okay.
You create a mobile gaming marketplace, and you release this fantastic game that nobody's ever heard of called Candy Crush. Right?
He's
And
done
you
it.
release that in June, right?
That's
And then
so
while you're
good.
at it, there's another game that you can follow that up with called Minecraft.
What's that?
Oh,
What's
God.
Minecraft?
It's a game where you can make anything. You
Wow.
build with blocks and stuff. If nobody has any idea what I'm referencing, I'm
This
referencing
sounds
the
like
Sarah.
Bond.
Yeah, this is from the Sarah Bond interview yesterday, where she was
Ooh.
super excited about this gaming platform that they're going to be coming out with that is cross-platform across devices and stuff like that.
So
And the
fresh
first thing they're
sweet.
going to release is Candy Crush, and then Minecraft. I couldn't believe that. I had to
Yeah.
pause the video and just laugh my ass off for a good 5 minutes.
I'm losing
Holy
brain
crap.
cells.
Yeah, that one was
Right.
I had to stop and wonder what planet I was on. Like,
yeah.
What-
did I
what
wake up
year
in an
is
alternate
this?
reality where this game didn't already exist for the past few years?
Yeah.
Ah,
It's pretty great though. Like
Yeah.
I see nothing but success out of this plan. There's like just
For
Good job.
joking aside, though, joking aside, what I think they need. Oh, look, fireworks.
Whoa.
What
That
I
was
think
hilarious.
they need is some
That
form
was
of
Phil Spencer's
actual.
camp.
I think they need some form of actual accountability
Mhm,
and say,
yes.
listen, we made some missteps here. We're trying to correct it. Unfortunately, we have to shutter studios to do that because our spending is out of whack.
Yes.
The thing is, anybody that's looking at this situation with Xbox that's paying attention already knows that. And the fact that they've got these interviews that are trying to gaslight them and tell them something else
Mhm.
other than reality is quite frankly insulting to the consumer, to the gamer, the customer. Be accountable.
Yeah.
Say you screwed up.
Yep.
And say we're going to do what we can to release good quality games. We're and so on and so forth. How they deal with the whole Game Pass situation and cannibalizing their own sales, I got no idea. I have no idea what they've kind of euchred themselves there. I have no clue what they do about that. But that seems to be a big, huge part of the problem.
Yes. Well, your best friend of all time, Nos, Mike Ybarra, has some thoughts.
The
about
idea
that.
thief.
And like we were talking about this, hold on, I'm switch. But we were talking about this. I'm a truck driver by trade, and so I have plenty of time to listen, you know, on my 7-hour drive to wherever I'm going, and I'll rage in the truck, like, you know, thinking of ideas and things like that. And this Xbox thing hit, and I was like, you got to go platform. You got to go just, you know, publisher. You have to. And then Mike Ybarra came out with this entire, you know, freaking college dissertation right here. And he's basically getting that to where I was, you know, where my mind was going. So Mike Ybarra, people thought it was insensitive when he came out defending Phil Spencer after things had just blown up. The nuke had just dropped. Mike Ybarra came out and oh, funny fallout. But Mike Ybarra came out and defended Phil Spencer. People said that wasn't a good look. One of the, I can't remember, she calls her name Charlazard or something like that. Absolutely love her. Freaking Australians, they're killing it on YouTube right now. Skill up, freaking Charlaz, I can't remember what her name is, but they're killing it. But he came out with this, you know, the first few paragraphs, and that's so funny to say that about a freaking Twitter post, but the first few paragraphs, he was talking about how, you know, I thought it was going to go in a different direction. He was saying, I believe in Xbox, you know, what they're doing. I believe in, I love their games, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets into the critiques. So I'm going to do these two right here. And he says, I'll say again, this all comes down to making great games. If you make great games, consumer demand will follow and your business can do well, even in low market growth years. I believe as he's 100% right on that. What do you guys think about that? If you make great games, if you build it, they will come type mentality.
I mean, I agree. We've seen it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
In the history of gaming. What they're doing now is letting their greed. They're letting their greed
Please, someone
drive the
snip
car,
that.
basically.
That was amazing.
You know, it's like, hey, we're not worried about making great games. We're worried about making games that make money. And they're not thinking about the fact that, hey, these things go hand in hand.
It's the ideal. Like, we want it to be true. It is true, but it's also kind of the ideal of anything. You know, if it's good, it will work. If you put effort into it and it is exemplary, then people will appreciate that. So as a like moral statement, we want that to be correct. And we see from past events that it tends to be. So hopefully they pick up that torch again.
Yeah. Nice, sir.
Yeah, well, I kind of already said that. If you make good games, then people will buy them. And there's an imbalance between their lust, their unending lust for money, and the quality of the product that they're making. And it one is affecting the other. Microtransactions, live service, those elements that can break immersion in a game reduce the quality of the game, reduce the quality of the experience, reduce the perceived value that you have in the game as well, which is a big part of what those expectations are.
Yeah.
If you want a game to exceed your expectations, part of that is, am I getting the value? Am I getting what I paid for?
Yes.
Am I getting more than what I paid for, or am I getting less than what I paid for? So that's a big part of it as well.
Yeah.
And anything that breaks immersion is going to damage how well the game plays, how well it feels. I mean, to what Gamer was saying earlier, imagine she turned on Hogwarts Legacy 2, all raring to play it. She played the previous game just to get herself all amped up for it. And the first thing that she sees, log on to WB Plus in order to play this game.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, but that's immersion breaking right away.
Yeah.
You play an hour, all of a sudden you're disconnected from the servers. Where's your immersion then? It's flown out the freaking window.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gone.
That's the worst part, and especially because, my kids wanted me to get into Fallout. And so I started playing Fallout 76 about 3 weeks ago. It drives me nuts because I'll be in the middle of a grind or in the middle of a mission, and all of a sudden it's like the server has disconnected, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh God.
That games
and
that can only run on an internet connection just irk me.
Yeah.
Yes. Same. Same.
Goodness.
Especially mobile. Like, what if I'm on an airplane and I want to play? It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
And that's one of the problems I always had with Xbox since Xbox One is like, why do I have to have an internet connection for a game that does not require the internet, and I can't play my stuff if my internet goes down? Like, nope, not even. And so that's where they lost me as a customer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How are they going to continue to spy on you if your internet's down?
I know, right?
Yeah, PlayStation.
They're just gonna have to. They're just gonna have to do it through the PlayStation app on my iPhone. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be real.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. All right, so your bar continues. A great game is 500 million to 1 billion plus profit generator for the business across platforms. And I think a good way to generate more profit, and I think Xbox will have really good reports from Hi-Fi Rush and Ghostwire Tokyo being on different platforms. I bet they see an increase. But anyway, given the size of studios, you need to get a world where a few of the teams are, I'm so sorry, delivering against this at the right cadence. You don't need all your studios doing big, huge games, and shouldn't, as the risk profile is too large. After all, your install base is big right now, given where we are in this console generation, and of course, big on PC as well. So the opportunity exists for success, and he is 100% correct for that. And this doing big, huge games, that is probably going to be a studio killer. I mean, talk about, and I love Freren, the what is it, Journey's End, when he had to defeat the dragon.
Anime reference. Let's go.
I can't. What was his name? The redhead. I can't remember.
Stark.
That's right. So Stark is big budgets, and the dragon are these industries. The big budgets will kill these industries, guaranteed. Thank you.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily. He kills that dragon easily.
Yes.
He doesn't even know the dragon's dead, and his party's like, wait, you did it already.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, even if they don't realize it, they're just killing. Yeah.
And he was afraid that entire time he had been in that city. He was like so petrified. It's like, I can't fight that dragon. It'll kill me. He's like, come on, you guys, hurry up. Help me. He was like, you killed it. You're good. You're fine. Calm down.
It's already taken care of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Nos loves indie games and retro games and stuff like that. But we get to see all of this amazing stuff come out with these indie games, and then they start to make money, and then they make improvements, and then they do something better.
Yes.
And it's just like, sometimes you don't need a 10-hour campaign. Sometimes, and put the price tag equal, like, everybody's like, oh, we don't need longer games, but Resident Evil 3 Remake wasn't that long. you can get it in like 2 hours. But I had a lot of fun in it, and it had a lot of stuff in there that I thought was pretty cool. But I didn't pay $70 for it.
And you shouldn't have had to.
Exactly.
Goodness
So
gracious.
People say they don't want longer games. You don't want games that have a lot of that are artificially lengthened. Like I don't want something that's just got a lot of bloat in it.
Yeah.
Or you got to
bunch of
run to
cutscenes.
this point to get this point, or whatever. You got to get this MacGuffin to go take it to this guy, and a bunch of fetch quests that don't really drive the story forward.
Right.
I'm fine playing a 100-hour game as long as I'm doing something meaningful for that time.
Yeah.
100%.
Right? You got a little bit of grinding, sure, but if you're just going to have an open world just for the sake of making the process longer, no thanks. I'm going to be bored. I'm going to not want to go back to it.
Great point.
Final Fantasy VII
Exactly.
Rebirth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catching every chocobo. Everything is locked behind a mini game or a fetch quest or like leading a chicken back to its house. And I'm
Which-
like, I need
which is
to
awful.
save the world from a crazy manipulated alien. Why am I playing with someone's dog? I have something I need to do.
That's great.
I digress.
Or you have to like in Tears of the Kingdom, you have to go find all these chickens.
Yeah.
What's with chickens?
And like
They taste
this
good.
quest is
They
you have
do.
to go here and find all of these chickens and then return them to this one place and then do this and this. And at the end of it, you finally get this armor, the frog armor that lets you climb wet rocks. And you're just like, so that's like 2-3 hours I'm never getting back. And it's cool that I got this armor, but
Yeah.
The
Reminded
way
me
I
of
look about it.
Fallout
I
4.
love
Fallout 4 was like that. I have to go rescue my son. Hang on a second. I've got to spend like 100 hours building all of these settlements.
weird plot for a
First.
kidnapping arc, right?
Yeah.
Like weird pacing.
yeah.
Little bit.
And like they're not even related. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I get a frog suit. You should have told me to go collect frogs.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, stuff
And
like that.
I loved Rebirth. I played it for 90 hours, but I'm not an open world gamer. I like video games. Like I read books. Like I'm there for the plot and the characters, and I'll side quest sometimes, but mostly I'm just there. And all the random stuff that game made me do, I was like, Sephiroth is over there. Why am I dancing? I'm literally dancing.
Exactly.
Please help me.
It's like, you get a new computer and it's got all that bloatware on it.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to go delete it all, and then suddenly it's the performance that you got in the advertisement of what this computer was and what it was capable of. But you've got to remove like 100 gigs worth of bloatware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before you can get to the good part. And that's how these games are doing lately. Like I just please stop.
Oh yeah. So Mike Ybarra, he gives Xbox a few paths forward, right? So I see two paths here. If you're North Star, it's a Game Pass subscription. You have to take that exclusive to your services and hardware and be all in across games, hardware and services and exclusive go big plan. Pumping regular 90+ rated games into this will drive consumer affinity and satisfaction. That said, it's a high risk, high reward, and takes a strong desire to win. I feel like he was taking a shot at Phil with that one. If you're not willing to do that, then you're on another path. You're a publisher across all devices, and you need to embrace that 100% and be clear. Likely means out of hardware, which we've talked about. It looks like that's what they want to do. I fundamentally believe if you don't have great exclusive content, your hardware is doomed, as people won't understand why they need it. And that coincides with, console sales going down for them. Being the world's largest publisher of games is a great spot to be in. 100% yes. As long as you can make great games. If you can't, you'll be right back where you started. You have the pick. I think he said you have to pick your lane and go hard at it for success with clear communication to your players. If you play in the middle of these two paths, in my honest opinion, you'll hurt your teams and you'll have constant churn and chaos.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
They're trying to feed to very, very hungry beasts, and they don't have enough to do both.
You're right. They're straddling right now. They want the hardware, because that's where they started, and I feel like if they get out of it, I feel like they think there will be some mass exodus of Xbox. They still have really, especially with Activision and Blizzard, they have really popular IPs that will keep people coming back to Xbox. I'm not gonna lie, just their stuff, the Halos and Gears of War, I don't think that cuts it. It hasn't cut it for like 2 decades. You know what I mean? So, with Activision Blizzard, they are in a very good position to be the biggest publisher. They would take Activision's place as the biggest publisher in the world. That means no hardware. If you want to do hardware, I would love, this is just my wish list, I would love to see a handheld come from Xbox. That would be dope. But it's low overhead with a handheld console. It's not as big, it's not as powerful. Definitely use high-end stuff to make it that way it's worth buying, but your overhead is not as much as it is with consoles. So publisher with the console, that's what I would say. That's what I think they should do. But anyway, panel, what do we got?
I don't know. You've already got the ability to have Xbox Game Pass on other handheld consoles. Why do they need to reinvent the wheel?
True.
They would have to make it exclusive to theirs. I think they would have to.
They've already said that they're going to be
everyone would be pissed.
Yeah.
Everybody's already pissed. As soon as they said, okay, we're going to be putting some of our exclusives on PlayStation and other platforms, people were already pissed about that, rightfully so, because they bought into the Xbox ecosystem, expecting that they would get Xbox exclusives. Now they're behind the 8 ball, because not only are PlayStation players getting PlayStation exclusives, now they're also getting Xbox exclusives. I don't really think that they can do an about face that quickly and say, no, we're going to put our exclusives exclusively on Xbox. Meanwhile, we just said a little while ago that they're going to be on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a world where they build that handheld and they go, we're taking away the Game Pass and you can only play it on this. Like, what a catastrophe. That's just like the end of times for Microsoft.
Yeah. But the way that their decisions have been going, it seems like something they would do. And think it's a great idea.
Well, no, make it exclusive only to their console. Don't take it off PC, but take it off the Steam Deck, take it off the Rogue Ally, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but then you'd have the issue of
you're trying to speed run the demise of your own platform. Yeah, okay, do that.
Yeah. They do more than nuke Phil's camp in Fallout 76. I'll tell you that.
Then we charge the headquarters. The coup happens.
That's right. They're like, all right, we're all meeting at 7:00 in the morning right here, and then we're gonna bum rush Microsoft and Xbox Studios.
To be 100% honest with you, if they did take it off of Game Pass off of the Steam Deck and the Rogue Ally, man, I might get hate for this, but I honestly don't see a problem with that. If they wanted to make it exclusive to their handheld, but keep it on PC, obviously, and see if they can work out a deal with Sony and have it on Sony's platform. That would, I know that's a big.
I don't know about that. I feel like their Game Pass numbers would just crater at that point. Partly because the people that are playing on Game Pass on non-Xbox exclusive platforms might, out of principle, just be like, I don't like where this is going. I'm out. I'm out of this. I'm divesting from this ecosystem.
But I think that the people who have invested that much time still want to see games from Xbox. Now, for sure, but I don't know what percentage of that group would walk away completely and 100% and just, I guess they would go to PlayStation, but I don't know what percentage that group would go to or would walk away.
Something I thought occurred to me, something scummy that they could do would be to say, okay, these games are available, a Game Pass available on these third-party hardware platforms. However, there are certain games that you can only play on Xbox Game Pass certified hardware,
Oh,
and we have our exclusive
Oh.
Xbox certified hardware. And you know what? The ROG Ally can't do it, but the ROG Ally Plus can, and we get a cut from that.
Ugh.
Microsoft gets another cut from that.
Slippery
for that
slope.
platform.
that is.
It's
Slippery.
gross and it's disgusting, but it's something that I could see happening.
Yeah.
I'd be like Apple and their app store
Yes.
charging X amount
Oh my gosh.
in order for you to have your games on it. Like that's why Fortnite's not on mobile.
hmm
Yeah.
They had a tiff with Epic though.
Oh
So.
yes, they had a
Mm.
huge one,
hmm
and then they were like, "It's resolved," and then they were like, "Nope, we're still getting divorced."
That's hilarious. Let's get into. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Let's get to some comments.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera off for that. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Before we do that,
Aha.
remember to like and subscribe. I always forget to do that. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the conversation. I think we have a really good team here. And also follow them on all their platforms. I don't know if because I know, Ken, you have a link tree. Link trees are like so much easier to use. So if you
Yes.
guys, link tree.
I do have one.
Okay.
I do have one.
Okay. Follow the link trees, guys.
Okay.
I
Jump on
don't,
their branches
but I will
just
work on
kinda
it.
Climb up and down.
It's really easy. If
Yeah,
you need
it's-
help, let me know. Yeah.
Very quick and easy to set up.
Mhm. It's freaking
I
awesome.
just haven't made the time, but that's
Right on.
my problem, not anybody else's.
You're fine.
Look at
Okay.
you taking one.
All right, Lord Beerus, let's get this Foxen party started. Casual Consumer Crew in the house.
Hail,
Love
Lord
it.
Beerus.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Oh yeah. Lord Beerus, I have to give props to Fox and Boog. They created a dream together and planted seeds of growth. It led to Panda and Geek, and now Scotty and Nos and Kenshin. The potential from there is endless. I 100% agree. And
Right on.
Thank you.
I haven't had a chance to be on the panel with Panda yet.
I
Me
know.
either.
My goodness. He's watching this right now. Darn you, Panda. Darn you.
Yeah. Hey, Panda, come back.
I know.
Are you real?
Panda, come
Prove you're
back.
real.
You don't like me anymore? What's up?
What happened? What's happening?
Panda, he doesn't like me anymore? What's up?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, guilt him.
Fox,
Guilt him.
you get that.
Yes.
You got that song in my head.
Yes. That was the plan. Lord Beerus, join the Casual Consumer Crew if you want to experience positivity, support, maturity, empathy, and intelligence on a way different level than you generally see online and in the real world. That's facts. Lord Beerus, you stop that right now. You stop it.
We're not always positive.
No, this one's. I mean, we did have like a positive ending, just because, you know, there is a way for them to move forward. So that is, in my opinion, that's as happy as you can get right there. You know, it serves players and the business. So, you know.
Yeah.
But yes,
But
thank you, Beerus.
they were being
That was
bad.
awesome. Oh,
Mhm.
Lord Beerus.
Xbox needs to be put in a timeout, I think.
You're right about that.
Oh, I think they will be. But who, you know, puts Phil Spencer in the timeout? You know, I doubt his salary's gonna lower over this. You know what I mean?
The board.
Oh,
Yeah.
right on.
There's
right
no
on.
checks and balances, really.
Mm.
That's the issue.
Yeah,
When you're that high up, and my brain is too small and too smooth to even think about that kind of wealth. You know, it's like, what are you going to do?
mhm.
There is accountability. It's just not what we would expect at the level that we're at.
Right,
When the arrow starts pointing down, that's when there's accountability.
yeah,
But for now, what they're trying to do, I think, being an outsider and just only knowing this from reading the news surrounding it, and I have some experience living in the corporate system, which is why I'm a bit cynical about it. When they can't cover their ass anymore, and they've played all of the cards that Phil Spencer's played all of the cards that they can to cover up for the mistakes that they've made,
Mhm.
that's when accountability comes to their door.
yeah, yeah,
Right now, all of these closing these studios, saving money, laying people off is to cover for the financial mistakes that they've made.
Yeah.
If he runs out of moves, he's checkmated.
Right on. Right on.
I don't know. He seems like he's digging himself and Xbox into a hole right now that they're not going to be able to get out of.
Oh yeah.
You can compare a lot of what he's doing to what Bob Iger is doing with Disney.
Yeah.
Trying everything he can, throwing everything he can at the problem to make the shareholders happy so he can keep his job.
Yeah.
It's not so much
Remakes aren't
concerned
gonna
with
do it.
running the company into the ground.
Yeah.
He's worried about himself and his own stake.
Yeah. A
That's
Mufasa
true.
live action is definitely not going to do it.
No.
Did you see they're coming out with the Moana live action too?
Oh, who cares?
I
You know,
heard
at
about
this
that.
point-
Recent.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Exactly. It's way too
Too
recent to do
recent.
a live action.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm all about Moana too, you know, as long as they do a good job with it. But
Right. They won't.
I don't
I've
even
lost all
I don't
faith.
even see the wow, no confidence at all.
Mm-mm.
So this is what I'm talking about. This is where where we're not positive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Disney, you suck. God.
Well,
Killed my
you know,
childhood.
it's-
They did.
exactly.
What happened to the Tarzans, the Hercules? I miss those
Let's go.
movies. You know, movies.
Do you know how
like
many
that.
times? Do you know how
We
many
might
times
be
I've seen
casual
that clip?
consumers, but we're also angry consumers.
Yeah.
I've seen that clip so many times now from Red Letter Media of Jay Bowman talking to Mike Stoklasky. He's like, "How does it feel to see all of your childhood franchises be destroyed?" And Mike's like, "Oh, it feels great. It just feels great."
Yeah.
It is so good. It washes over me every single day. I love it.
There's
Yeah.
there's nothing I wanted more. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know, right? Lord Beerus, as a destroyer god, I can assure you, even without Weiss telling me that all of you mortals on panel and in the audience chat have endless strength inside to accomplish anything that life hands you. Also, so
Damn.
and just to kind of
Whoa.
He's a fortune cookie, man.
Yeah, right?
and okay, just to be clear, like Dragon Ball Super was decent. It was decent, but nothing ever will ever rival the original Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z.
Kenshi.
The tournaments, I thought it was, you know, it was fine. You know, Ultra Instinct, we got a new transformation. That's fine, I guess. But
It's the same crap
Yeah.
over rinse and repeat.
yeah. I eat it up.
Where's
It's like,
Teen Gohan with one arm destroying Cell with the ghost of his father?
yes.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
recreate those.
No. And the way that you remember in the alternate when Trunks came to their universe because Goku Black was tearing theirs up, and I was like,
Go away.
they could have gone so much darker and deeper because that whole world has seen it, you know, with Android 17 and 18. You know, they could have, you know, got a really great story out of that with Super, but they decided to, you know, oh, wouldn't it be cool to be an evil Goku? Oh, great. No.
Shallow, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm bumming myself out. We need to. We're talking about so much sad stuff.
But on a whole, Dragon Ball Super is fine. Lord Beerus, weather dark storms and fight back to the fog of misery, and the sun shall rise and shine brighter than yesterday to pierce that darkness away and give you a bright vision for tomorrow. Don't give up. Beautiful.
Okay, Kamina. We should just name
Fortune
change
cookie.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Lord Beerus, we have a fox, a Nos, a Hyrulean savior who conquered Twilight Princess last Monday, aka legendary Kenshin, and the only girl who is more beautiful and talented than Taylor Swift, aka Gamer Geek Lounge.
Okay, let's
There
watch the blushometer.
Yeah.
This is just like the compliment section.
Yes.
The
Yes.
blush
Oh,
meter. If you guys create something like that, I'm quitting.
Oh yeah. It's like Lord Beerus, the destroyer of, you know, your insecurities and, you know, all that is bad in your life.
Lord Beerus is
True.
the destroyer of bad vibes.
Yeah. Oh.
He really is. And
I like that.
all I
like
can
it.
say is that I'm very grateful to have a friend like him and
Mhm.
a friend like you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Very,
That's
very
great.
lucky.
You guys are
Yeah.
awesome. Lord Beerus, Kenshin destroyed Twilight Princess like a boss, Nos and I saw it, and I was like, this girl has skills to pay the bills, 100%.
Oh,
It was
man.
very funny. Nas came into my stream and I was like, oh my gosh, hi. But I was in the middle of the most intense part of the game. And I was like, it is so great to see you. I cannot look or speak to you at all. Please do not talk to me. But hello, thank you for being here. I felt bad.
And,
Oh,
and
I was
that's why I don't
really,
live stream.
I was really wrapped up in what you were doing, so much so that I was nearly late for my own stream.
That's awesome.
I had a really, really good time, and anyone
Thank
listening,
you.
if you haven't checked out
I'm gonna
Kenshin's
blush.
Twitch page, oh yeah, well you'll kind of blend in with your background there.
Yeah, you do need to check out her Twitch and check out those replays of Twilight Princess because they are awesome.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, even if you don't care about Twilight Princess,
Yeah,
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
He's really good at gaming.
entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't normally catch the lives, but I'm able to go back and see the replays. So.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Like I saw your face whenever he was like dying. You killed the guy, and it was like
it
you were
was
like,
gross.
Oh no. It's hilarious.
The one thing about Twilight Princess is the aesthetic is so like creepy and dark.
Mhm.
And just like
Mhm.
the facial expressions were like actually scary,
Yeah.
which is cool. But I
Yeah.
didn't like that one. It was
Yeah.
too gross.
Hilarious. How about Lord Beerus? How about we say Fox is our positive and casual brother from another mother who leads this empowered army together? I think we all do.
I can
a good,
agree with that.
you know, we're all pushing this rock up this hill together. Lord Beerus, you included. John DBZ, you included in that too.
I'd say that. Well, more like oh god, I can't remember his name. I'm drawing a blank. Guy who got the Avengers together. What the hell? Nick Fury.
Yes.
Nick Fury is like my favorite ever.
Yeah.
Because Samuel L. Jackson is
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Well, up until
chef's kiss. Like,
All right.
up until
oh yeah, until his, I got scratched out by a cat. It was like, that was so anticlimactic. It was like, yeah, you want to know how I got this eye? A cat scratched
They just-
me.
yeah, because
Okay.
you go from what was that? That was not Winter. Oh no, that was Winter Soldier,
Mm.
right? Where he's confronting Robert Redford. I can't
Mhm.
remember the character's name. He's like, "Do you know how I got this eye?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I really never want to know the details of how that happened. I want to keep the mystery." Oh, some space cat scratched it out. Get out of here with that crap.
Mm.
Then you recontextualize all of his achievements as
Yep.
being related to this alien. Get out of here. You just destroyed the character. Why would you do that?
Right on.
because we're trying to make money. Come on.
Yes.
Where
Alright.
have you been the entire episode?
You could try making a good product.
Oh yeah. No.
What a novel idea.
They're like, no, we'll just stick to trying to make money. But
See,
Lord
my dog
Beerus-
agrees.
Yeah, I 100% agree with their dog. And everyone else on panel. Sorry. Lord Beers. Geek should consider a live stream because she's a perfect natural beauty for being on camera. She won't stream because her cats would be jealous, that's all. Sorry, Shadow and Merlin and the other geek cats. Love it. Lord Beers again. Fox is talking about Zombie Island and they did a Return to Zombieland movie. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. They were sucking the whatchamacallit? Pause. Life force out of people, and I think it was turning them into zombies. And Scooby-Doo, sorry. Lord
Right.
Beers, have to agree with Fox. Scooby is great. Love the straight to DVD movies and the few new Scooby cartoons, but Velma is hot trash. Not every review
Yes.
works. Live and learn process. Harley Quinn is great in my opinion. I haven't caught that one yet. I haven't been able to watch that one.
The animated show, I haven't caught it either
Mhm.
because I'm not a big fan of Kaylee Cuoco or however you say her name.
It's Quoco.
Cuoco, yeah, she was fine in 8 Simple Rules.
Mm.
Love it.
She was really great in that one.
Oh.
I also loved her in BBT, but
Yeah, that was all right. But
I'm a
Mhm.
geek, so I mean, of course.
All right, Lord Beerus, Gamer should make a cat comment about Zombie Island movie because she loves calling me a cat. Come on, geek. I'm waiting on something catty from you. She flatters me so much sometimes. Catty, that's funny. This is
You know
double entendre.
that I love you, kitty cat.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
I'm for you, dude.
the
They're
animals
coming
have a
for you.
reaction.
Lord Beerus, these expensive video games can put on sale or discount. Hold on, wait. these expensive video games can be put on sale or discount, but after DLC and in-game microtransactions, did you really save any money? Seems like a deceitful ploy to lure people for their money. That's very true. Me and Nas talked about this. The DLC thing is like, taking parts of the game out just to make you pay for it later.
Persona 3.
Day 1 DLC. Yeah.
Persona 3 Reload totally
Yeah.
screwed that over.
Oh my god.
Star Wars Outlaws is going to have it.
Yep. 100% yes.
Yeah. Disgusting practice.
It should go away. Gamers will stand up to this. I can guarantee that. Guarantee you that. Lord Beerus.
Will enough of them though. That's
Yes. Oh yeah. We've done it with Suicide Squad. We've done it with Helldivers 2. I see no reason we can't keep that going. Gamers are fed up with the way things are going in the industry right now.
As they
Good.
should be.
Yeah.
We're going through a bunch of crap just like the developers that getting laid off are. It's just we're paying the price for greed.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everyone is. Even the
Yes. Greed.
and the devs are too.
Yeah.
Management.
it's
top
not something
management.
that I think
Just
they can really
whatever.
recover from long term.
Yeah.
Because if
Uh-oh.
the only product that you're creating is not desired, not wanted, oh, we got a visitor. Hello. But if the only product that you're making is crap, then people are going to look for and find viable alternatives. And when they do, good
Exactly.
luck getting them back.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's times that I'm like, if we all just give like $5 and open our own studio, like all the gamers in the world, we
Yeah.
could just make our own studio and forget you
Do
guys.
a GoFundMe for Tango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't believe some of the stuff that they're doing. I mean, I can, but it just makes me angry. So
Yeah.
that's why Phil Spencer's getting nuked in Fallout.
I laugh every time I hear that.
I know.
Oh, very cool. Lord Beerus, did any of... Oh, okay. We'll get it later. Lord Beerus, did any of you on panel hear that Christopher Daniel Barnes, aka the 1994 Spider-Man, wants to do Spidey's voice again? If someone would greenlight a Spider-Man 1994 revival like X-Men 97, that's fire. Yes, they should do that with all the classics, honestly.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
X-Men,
really love it. Like
Do it, sure.
X-Men 97 is just,
it's too good.
I'm so in love with it. It is just fantastic. I think I text you like as soon as I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, "Have you seen this?" And oh my goodness, and just raving about it. It's such a good show.
But where's the line then where we let the franchise die, as we were saying before?
It depends on if you come out with something good. Like
Right.
Xbox isn't coming up, and Disney isn't coming up with like a good revival. Not I mean it's a reboot, but it's really a revival is what X-Men 97 is. And I don't think that they're gonna carry it on for too long. I think that they have a purpose and an end date like in mind.
Yeah.
And
Fair.
if you do it that way and you have an approach to it that way, it's a lot different. Like for me, the reason that I even gave X-Men 97 the chance that I did was because it was a revival, not a reboot.
And just to your point though, like Thundercats, it can be improved upon. The animation is older. You can improve on that. Maybe not to story X-Men 97 did, but they did a great job. But let's say like a Moana live action. It hasn't been sitting for long enough. There's nothing to improve on. There's no technology that's come out that could make that any better. Leave that one alone. Let that sit for a while, But with X-Men 97, they blew me away with the animation that they did. It was such a beautiful blend of old and new, and it blew me away. I love it. Absolutely love it. But there is a time and a place for bringing these back. Not all willy-nilly. Don't try to, get people's fifis all worked up so they can go see it. Nostalgia is a powerful drug. I will admit that. I've seen more TV shows and movies than I'd like to admit based entirely on nostalgia. If it's just that, absolutely not. I've been burned before. I won't get burned again on that.
Yeah.
But
I get
I
that.
wonder,
If
though,
there's a reason,
are you
there's a
training
good
your
reason.
audiences with this?
Mm.
If you're using nostalgia to bring people back in, and that's all that you're bringing in,
Mhm.
and nostalgia is the first thing that they see, they
Mhm.
got their member berries, but other than that, the story is crap, the characters have been destroyed. You're
Mhm.
training people not to trust the nostalgia anymore
Right.
Exactly.
That's
because
exactly.
they don't want to be duped, they don't want
my
to be
experience,
scammed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Very
Oh,
much
wait.
so.
What's that? It's the Doors? No, it's not the Doors. The Who. Won't get fooled again.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I know.
another
Sorry.
song to get in my head. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
It's so easy to get a song in my head. You just mentioned 2 words,
Mhm.
and if they're connected to lyrics that I know, that
Mhm.
song is in my head.
Nice.
Yep.
Lord Beerus. In my opinion, I'm surprised that Harry Potter franchise is still popular overall. After that, J.K. Rowling scandal, it's very interesting how, despite her disgusting comments, people still support it.
On that line,
Mm.
for me personally, it was, I'm not going to allow you to take away this world that I fell in love with and this comfort of me.
Mm.
I mean, I already owned all of the books. I already owned all of the movies. And the person created something beautiful for all of us to like relate to, get lost in, to help mold us and stuff like that. But think about it, like her books and everything like that, that whole series also emboldened us to go after her and call her out for her stuff that she was doing that made a lot of people upset. So for me personally, I'm not going to let her take away this world that I've fallen in love with just because she turned out to be a horrible person in one aspect, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I just, you know,
Separating the art from the artist.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly. And I mean, like, yeah, I get she's still benefiting from it, but a lot more people are benefiting even more from it. Like
Fans.
as far as the devs, the fans, everything like that. They had a transgender character in Hogwarts Legacy. You know, I mean, I've got trans family members and stuff like that, so I'm never going to be okay with somebody bashing it. But I'm also not going to let her destroy this world that brought me so much comfort and saved me in a lot of ways when things were going bad. So I think a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people also boycotted buying Hogwarts Legacy. So, I mean, that's just where I am. You
Right
know,
on.
like I'm not gonna let somebody take something away from me, even if they created it.
Right on.
Because what they created and the meaning that you've attached to it is more important.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What it means to you is more important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on.
The author of Rurouni Kenshin also had a like scandal bad thing, and then people online are like, "Your name, you're gross," and I'm like, "Gotta." At this point in my life, you know, you gotta separate. This has been my online name since the 5th grade. Like, I'm sorry, man. You know, you gotta separate it at one point because that story is so important to me. That came out in 1994, and this stuff happened in like the two. You know, it's just like we can't.
So
if this is the thing that
where does it end? Where does it end, really? If you go
exactly,
digging
like-
around deep enough in people's closets, you're going to find something about them that you don't like, something to
100%.
cancel them over.
Yes.
if we're gonna cancel everyone, then there's not gonna be anything to make.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like if
Cancel-
everyone's
cancel-
canceled, then no one is, though.
Yeah.
Still
Cancel
unacceptable.
culture is toxic.
Yeah, still unacceptable behavior on the creators, but don't be mad at the people who like the stuff they
Exactly.
created. I mean,
100%.
I'm just a normie. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Just let me have this.
Yeah.
You know.
Right?
It's like I have a very small percentage of precious time during the day. I'm going to watch and read and listen to the things that I like, despite what you're going to say. I'm 36. I don't care. I don't care.
It's true,
like,
though.
Oh, you know, you're a bad person for reading that book.
Okay.
And I'm just the bad person. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you do?
What can you do? By
I'm
your
the-
perception, I'm a bad person.
It's like-
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
And
look
then-
at what you like.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that's going to look up the banned book list and go buy every single one.
See, and yeah, it's like, but the thing is, you can agree with them 100%, agree with people 100%, what they said is disgusting. I don't agree with anything that they said. I'm still going to read their stuff. It's kind of like what was going on with Michael Jackson. You know, you had people, you know, people
and I
still
still
listen
to
his
this
music.
day jam to his music.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
his music is not who he is.
Right now,
But the joy it brought me is not going to be taken away.
And the music, the product isn't necessarily a reflection of what that person is.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Anyway, Lord Beerus, they're not chickens. They're cuckoos. Different species. Chicken lives matter. Buck. Ah!
Okay, listen, I
Tonal
understand
shift.
that, but everybody else doesn't necessarily understand that. So
Yeah.
quit correcting me, Beerus. I'm gonna spray you with a water bottle, kitty cat.
All right. We've got about 10 more minutes. Frog suit, hope it doesn't give you warts, but if you want the suit, you better hop to it and hopefully not croak. Gosh, he's so good with the puns. I love it. John DBZ, with the people
Hey.
who love to
John.
100% games,
John.
some of the game, it can be fun like God of War Ragnarok. Goodness gracious. Then you have games that drives you crazy like Diablo.
I'm not a person that likes to 100% games, generally speaking, but
Same.
I am working through Biomorph. I'm going to 100% that game because I
Mhm.
freaking love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I usually don't 100%.
Yeah,
Same.
same.
Mhm.
Hey, solidarity. I love it. John DBZ.
PSP,
Handhelds would be
yes.
great just to just get the PSP and slap an Xbox label on
Slap
it.
I'm gonna get out my PSP later and print the Xbox circle and message it to you just because. And I have the green PSP, so it'll really
Oh,
go
da-
with it.
Ooh.
I've never owned a mobile console.
I played
What?
I've
Chains
never
of Olympus on
never had a mobile
PSP.
console.
Fantastic.
Never had a
You
Game
never
Boy.
had a Game Boy?
Nope. I borrowed some
Really?
from like friends and stuff like that. Played the crap out of Super Mario Brothers.
Hey now.
Never
Yes.
owned one.
My
Oh.
dad actually, because they released it the holiday season of '89, and that was my Christmas gift. Was that, and I got it with Super Mario Land and Tetris.
No,
Right
Tetris
on.
would have been great.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm old. I'm like,
You remember Snake on the old Nokia phones?
Oh yeah.
yes,
So much fun.
those phones are gonna survive
The
the
nu-
nuclear holocaust and
Yeah.
fallout.
Oh yeah. Oh
Nokia
yeah.
3310s and cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the Nokia is kind of like Chuck Norris. It's like when you throw a Nokia on the phone, the concrete breaks, not the phone. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I've had phones thrown at me back in the day. You know,
Mhm.
people get mad and things just, you know, whether I'm in the crossfire or what. If anybody had chucked a Nokia, I'd have been like,
You wouldn't be here.
"Deck,"
Yeah.
and like grabbing people, jumping on them like a grenade just got thrown or something. Like,
If someone landed a hit on you with a 3310, you wouldn't be here.
no, I wouldn't. It would have just gone straight through my body. You know, there would have been explosions, blood. Would have been.
And the 3310 would just be like,
And
fine.
Yeah, it would have been like,
afterwards.
I don't even care.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Where are we now? John, hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Pip pip. Okay, John DBZ from Game Boy to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. The Xbox people had the time to go into the handheld's pathway to the future. Okay, let me reread that. From Game Boy to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, the Xbox people had the time to go into the handheld's pathway to the future. I think they still have time. I think they can still make it work.
Mhm. And then they can
Yeah.
play Candy Crush.
And Minecraft.
Gosh, that's so great. It's
I
just
think-
like she said it like
I
it was
think right now-
revolutionary. It's
Yeah.
like things you haven't seen before. But go ahead, gamer.
That's
Sorry.
what killed it.
Oh, I was
Oh.
gonna say, I think, you know, like a couple months ago when we were watching the Xbox Live,
Mhm.
and they were talking about how, you know, basically the younger generation is all about mobile.
Mhm.
So I could see success with a mobile handheld, but I would
Mhm.
honestly say that if they would go the way of Switch, where you could also dock it and
Mhm.
play on the big screen with the controller and everything like that as well,
Mhm.
they would have a ton of success. But
Yeah.
then again, Nintendo would be like, lawsuit.
I know.
Mm.
You took that from us. We're gonna sue you.
Even though PlayStation with the PSP, you could actually get an adapter and plug it into the TV.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So,
Ahead of their time.
yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So technically,
The Wii U came and it was a bust, and they were like, you know what? We got this. We got you.
yeah, Switch is everything the Wii U should have been, but there's some stuff for the Wii U gamepad that I wish that they still had.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
Lord Beerus, Game Boy, the OG black and white screen console, is the godfather of portable consoles. Sure, the graphics and sound are mid. There's too many memories there to knock it off the throne, at least for me.
Absolutely.
I've never been a huge proponent of Nintendo. I was always Sega whenever they were going
I had a
back
Game
and forth.
Gear, so you're good.
Fair.
I had a Game Gear too.
So
Game
Sonic
Gear
was
was
my
awesome.
guy, and it was back when I would be more into the console wars. I was like, Mario, Sonic, good, but
Feel that.
now it's not so more, not so much anymore. I'm too old for that console war jazz, you know. I'm a
I never bought
distinguished
into the
gentleman
console
now.
wars. I was always I love Sonic, I love Mario, I love
Mhm.
I love Zelda, Link,
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was it's just always been games are games,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna play what's fun. I don't care what console it's on.
Yeah. Mhm.
But like we were talking about how I got mad at Xbox for being like, you have to have an internet connection for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like,
Mhm.
nope. So I'm not buying you anymore.
And I mean, it kind of goes back like this generation. Well, PlayStation, Xbox, they started when our parents were buying consoles for us, right? So if you go back to the
True.
PlayStation 2 era in the Xbox 360, or no, it was just Xbox, wasn't it?
It was Xbox,
yeah.
Yeah.
and PlayStation 2. And FYI, I was already in the army by then, so I'm mad at you.
I'm sorry.
I
'Cause
was
you
I was in elementary school.
I
turned 30 in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh
So
my
I would
God.
have been-
Oh, it's so cute.
probably
You
just
are
started
just
high
a
school.
baby. Also, message me your birthday so I can
Memorial Day
Memorial Day, the 31st.
this year.
Really?
Oh, the 27th this year.
27th. Okay.
Yeah.
27th.
Mine's
Okay.
the day after
It's-
Valentine's
Anyway.
Day.
Memorial Day doesn't mean anything to Canadians.
Oh, I didn't know you were in Canada. Cool.
I am.
About that.
Oh, come on.
What are you talking
Sorry.
about?
Sorry.
So we're
Yeah, sorry.
I was watching an episode of News Radio where they were making fun of Dave Nelson for being Canadian, and it was the whole episode. I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Yes. You know, Nickelback got so much flack because they were Canadian. I'm convinced of it because they were
Yeah,
amazing.
Also, they sucked.
I'm sorry. No.
Ooh, let's fight.
I know.
Fight.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. But
I
like-
like Canada, So
Canada. I wish it was called that. It sounds so much classier.
I've always called it Canada, but my mom used to live in Canada.
That's
Where was
funny.
it? Like around Calgary, I think.
All right.
So,
Cool.
yeah,
Right on.
she was there for a while.
I'm in
She also lived
Ontario.
in Africa and lots of other places.
oh, very cool. Holy moly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Africa's a weird one. Charlize Theron's from Africa, and I had no idea.
So is
So
Elon
crazy.
Musk.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I knew about Charlize Theron
It's so
And-
great. I love
and
it.
like Natalie Portman's from Israel. She was born in
Yeah,
Jerusalem.
that I think I
Oh.
knew.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
hmm
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, and actually another funny one I always thought was Emma Watson is French.
Oh,
Really?
She was born in
I
Paris.
thought she was English.
She grew up in England. That's why she's got the
Ah.
British accent. But no,
Gotcha.
she's French. She was born in Paris. It's kind of like my cousins. They're technically English because they were born in Britain.
That's cool.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lord Beerus again. Phil has three choices: behave and change his ways, or I could Hakai him, or he could be stuck in a room with Whis singing 24/7. I like Whis's voice. Personally, the third option is the most cruel. Whis can't sing for nothing.
Uh-oh.
Touche.
I am in contradiction with everybody today, apparently. It's so funny.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It's good to be that, you know.
No
March
one's
to the beat of
taking
your
it
own drum
personal.
sometimes. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
John DBZ, it's great to see the team together, each having their own gaming knowledge, and the two helpers, Beerus and DBZ, 100%.
Yes.
Wouldn't be here without you guys.
John,
It's
I'm going to be
nothing
getting to
without you guys.
Revita soon. Just want to let you know.
Nice. Oh, and Chrono Trigger. Nos, you shared a what do you call that on Twitter? It's not sharing. It's
Repost.
Retweeting.
yes, there we go. Yeah, you retweeted a streamer that's playing Chrono Trigger right now. I checked
I
it
did?
out. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe that was Lord Beerus. Sorry.
I
It's
can't remember.
Everything's
I may
One
have.
of yours.
yeah.
One of
Yeah.
yours.
I checked it
Great
out. It was
game.
pretty cool. Yeah.
It is an amazing game.
Lord Beerus, testify, John. Holla. Holla.
Hallelujah.
Jesse Chipman now. Okay, Lord Beerus. I've said it before, not everything transitions into live action, 100%. Disney stopped with the live action adaptations. Stick with the animation, just stick with it. Mic drop. I could have
Yeah,
made
you
it
can't have
Yeah.
human-like facial expressions on a live-action animal.
100%.
Just doesn't
That's why
work.
Lion King was like, people were like, I don't know how I feel about this. And with Mufasa coming out, they're like, I'm not going to see that. I've had time to mull it over. The live action was a mistake for the Lion King.
I'm gonna be
I don't know
honest. I've never watched the live action one.
I don't know who
Live
asked for the
games,
story.
dude.
I've fallen asleep on it. I've
Kitty
had
cat,
to
stop.
keep rewatching it because it's just so boring.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
loved the original Lion King.
Yeah.
The part still gives me trouble when Mufasa dies, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Cry
like
like a
I
baby.
just there was no way I was going to risk it ruining
True.
Aha.
my
Lord
childhood.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Lord Beerus, it's funny how Fox and Kenshin are talking Dragon Ball. Just wait until Dragon Ball Daima this fall. I can't wait to see the fandom commenting on that soon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to that because I've always wanted to see a Chibi Vegeta.
Chibi Vegeta! It's Chibi Vegeta! Here we go! Amazing.
A Chibi Vegeta. I've always wanted to see a Chibi Vegeta. We didn't get to in Dragon Ball or GT, which, and
Yeah.
fun fact.
GT was fun.
It was. Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite transformation.
So
Absolutely. love it.
good.
Yeah, so good, so good.
I will admit I've never heard of this Dragon Ball Daima. I'm Googling it as we speak.
Mm.
Well, your facial expression when you saw it was
Is
just
that
priceless. It
There's
was
gonna be more,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
yeah,
I mean, who doesn't like a good chibi?
exactly. And they
I'm
did it with
saying.
Attack on Titan, and I thought it was okay.
Oh, right, the school thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Vegeta, Chibi Vegeta is cute.
Chibi Vegeta. That is coined right now. Trademarked. Chibi Vegeta.
copyright.
Yes. Here we go. Lord Beerus, the blushometer. Oh, I like that. Much potential indeed. Full shades.
LOL.
Yeah, I'm real glad that Nas is now getting in on it. Thanks.
Oh yeah, he's Nas is quick with the mind stuff.
I'm good at coming up with ideas as long as I don't have to execute them.
It's like, I'm the mind guy. You guys are no, the other guys.
That's why I work well in groups.
Same, man. Same. This is like
Exactly.
right on. Lord Beerus, very impressive points by panel about the Harry Potter commentary I made. You have proven again how mentally evolved this network is. 100%. High praise. High praise. You're amazing,
Mentally
Beerus.
evolved.
I'll bite you
What? Lord Beerus, spray me? Oh, I'll claw you. I
with the
thought it
water
was-
bottle.
thought
Yeah.
That took a
Okay.
turn. It's like, this is
Never
supposed
mind.
to be family friendly.
Moving on. Moving
You're
on.
right.
Calm down. But no. Right on. Sorry, I misinterpreted that, Beerus. Sorry. Lord Beerus making a bad Canadian joke. Geek sometimes, I swear.
About that. I'm gonna get out that water bottle.
Lord Beerus. Chibi Vegeta. I love it. He's so quick with it.
That's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
Chibi
I
I'm
love
gonna be
it.
all. I'm gonna be all.
It's happening.
Yeah. It rolls
I'm
off
randomly
pretty good. Chibi
gonna
Vegeta.
message you guys.
It's Lord Beerus. It's Akira Toriyama's last project before his death.
Oh,
Right on.
okay. Then I
Then
I need
everybody's
to,
gonna watch it.
out of
because-
respect, I need to at
Yes.
least try it.
Right
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. And last one from Lord Beerus, Nos, fist bump.
Right on, man.
Oh, hold on, wait. We got another one. Lord Beers, I'm already hissing at you, geek. Oh. All right, Beers, take care of this on X. Oh, do it again.
Oh,
do it
I'm
again,
sure
do it
he
again.
will.
Sorry. Gamer, do it again.
Oh yeah. Yay.
Love it. All the loves. Any last thoughts?
This was fun.
I'm gonna
Right
go
on,
try
yeah.
to find. I'm gonna go try to find Phil on Fallout 76 real quick.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
My plan for the day.
Well, I mean, just as a last thought, gaming industry is in shambles. There is a path to rebuild. I am certain of it. Even Xbox has a path to rebuild. So I'm looking forward to the next few, whatchamacallit. I'm trying to think of the word. I guess not
Is it their
articles,
lives?
but yeah, I'm looking forward to the next few events for them to kind of address what happened and how they got to that point and their path forward. Looking forward to it.
Mhm.
I know
Get
that
your popcorn ready.
Xbox is supposed to be on IGN's live showcase that they're having.
Very cool.
So,
Okay.
Phil Spencer specifically is supposed to be on it. So,
Yes.
I want to see what he says.
Yeah.
And if he rebuilds his camp.
Yep. Yeah. Right on. Well, all right.
I'm curious to see what happens as a result of that, because there's a couple things that did come out of that Sarah Bond interview that actually were potentially meaningful. It was just kind of hidden in all that bold crap.
PR gobbledygook.
I don't have the attention
Yeah.
span to do that, so you'll just have to send me the cliff notes on what was good.
Fair.
I
It was,
mean,
it's
I
only
may do
17 minutes. It's relatively short.
but you feel every
That's
single
so
second of
cute.
it.
You're like, it's only 17 minutes. Do you realize I have ADHD? Like, I mean, severely.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, gamer, I had to do it in chunks too, because I'm just like, what the hell did she just say?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I had to rewind, and
Certain-
I did that to myself so that other people wouldn't have to.
Right on.
See?
We appreciate you.
That's why I.
Woo!
Oh,
All the hearts, all the love.
That's right.
I may do a dissection of it and just put it up on YouTube later on.
Very
I don't
cool.
know. We'll see.
I'll check that out.
Right on. Someone actually did it. I'll send you the link. So if
Knossig
you want to
will be
pull
better.
any inspiration or something like that from them,
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think it's something Josh plays games or something like that, or John plays.
I wouldn't be
games.
surprised if a bunch of people did, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat something else that somebody else said.
Right
Yeah,
on.
definitely.
Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for this thing, and I'll see you guys in
All right.
backstage.
Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you
Thank
guys for
you.
tuning in. And John and Beerus, thank you so much for always being here and adding so much to the show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So long, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. An absolute fantastic discussion. For everyone that tuned in, our panel, definitely go to their pages. They are absolutely fantastic. And as you've seen, they have very good opinions, very forward-thinking opinions on what should be done with Xbox. Everyone had great commentary. I'm always blown away by them. But that's all we've got for you today. If you wanted to follow them, their links are in the description. Also ours, we are on Instagram, X, and all that good stuff. And then, tune in next Saturday. We'll be here probably the same time. We were supposed to be early, but that's totally my fault. But thank you guys for dropping by, and have a good rest of your weekend. But until next time, keep it casual. Peace.